up? It's Nicholas Mangold from Mangold Capital Trading back at it again. Today's Monday, the 27th of October, 2025. We're coming into the final week of October. So we're really trying to rinse and repeat everything that we did the last 3 weeks. Just trying to end this month on good terms, yeah. So today I'll be going over my trade on ES, on S&P 500 E-mini futures contracts, and how I made $465.30 on London session trade this morning. Yeah. So coming into the day, I was already tracking these markets during Sunday Open. I mean, yeah, we just kind of saw this huge new week opening gap right here. That's actually better visible on the 1 hour chart right here. We have this huge new week opening gap. I wanted to see price kind of dig into this here. Uh, Same goes here for NQ. We had this huge end walk here in the week opening gap. We was trying to see how price delivers, and hopefully we would have delivered in there. So then going into London, I was looking at this 1 hour fair value gap, which we had right here on NQ, as well as having it right over here. This fair value gap over here. Oh no, this is another 1 hour over here. It's really what I was looking at. I wanted to see price at least delivering here, not even maybe inverse and dig deeper. Today, we'd actually respected this pretty well and we're rallying higher. Um, so I guess we may go up till Wednesday or tomorrow, and or maybe even Thursday. And I think probably most likely Wednesday will be the high of the week before we retrace deep into this and walk over here, and then continue next week rallying even higher, making even new all-time highs. We're just gonna have to see, especially with news playing out and the government shutdown, how that's gonna affect the markets essentially. So like I'm thinking on Wednesday over here, yeah, we got FOMC right here, yeah. So this is a big news event I'm looking at right here, yeah. Um, so yeah, I was looking at this 1 hour for value gap, trying to take shorts into it, and well, I was looking at if we could inverse and take shorts lower, or if we could just take a short already into it. I already knew price was most likely going to go into this 1 hour for value gap, so tried to take it and try to see if I could get an entry, which is exactly what we did. I mean, we can go down to the 15-minute right here, make it kind of visible. So we had this 1 hour right here. Price actually worked into it, the 1 hour, but this was a 1 hour suspension block with a volume imbalance, while the true fair value gap was actually down here, which was what I targeted. There's a difference between the true fair value gap, my true fair value gap, which I mark, and the ICT suspension block, which is the FEG with the volume imbalance. So then we go into the 15-minute time frame. You can really see it nicely over here on NQ as well. We can see this high right here. NQ already swept it, but ES was nowhere close. Well, actually, it was pretty close, but we still had this clear SMT right here. And then we had this 15-minute buy side sweep over here, which really made this a good entry, a good model entry here towards shorts for the 1 hour. Um, Not only did we have this 15-minute buy side sweep over here, we also had, oh no, we didn't have this, kind of, we had this little smaller minor sweep up here. I'll just walk it out here with a, like a 2 pixel line. Yeah, we had this small one right here. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's got a minor sweep up here and buy side here. Eventually this place lower right here, having this nice clean market structure shift, which is also this intermediate term low. Why is an intermediate term low? We respected this 1 minute fair value gap over here. It rebalances 1 minute fair value gap right here. So hence a wick rebalance is or just a rebalance of a fair value gap is an intermediate term low or high. And displays nicely here, having this fair value gap. MNQ actually was even better. MES, I can maybe even show you Let's go here in the 1 minute. Where was this? Um, yeah, it was something like right here. Yeah, the entry was here. I mean, I entered nicely here. I shorted off at this fair value gap right here, as well as this fair value gap right here. Um, yeah, was a cleaner on MES, so I decided to take my entry off of these two fair value gaps. But same was here. Kind of had my entry at 85.75 average entry with my stop loss right at these highs, which was this high right here. Targeting this minor sell side liquidity right here, which is the true 1 hour value gap, which I come back to. We do have this 1 hour value gap right here, which price entered on. Actually, wait, let me mark this as let me mark this as pink. So this is the 1 hour fair value gap or a suspension block. Then when we go on the 1 hour right here, this is the 1 hour fair value gap. I'll make this light blue so you guys can kind of see. Yeah, you guys can see that this was actually. So here we have this 1 hour fair value gap right here. The true 1 hour fair value gap right here. So that low right there marked the true 1 hour fair value gap, while this was the actual 1 hour suspension block. Still wanted to see price go into this 1 hour fair value gap down here. Hence why I took the short out of these FEGs. Taking off, I think I entered with 30 micros here. Taking off 10 micros right at this low, and then taking off my rest 20 right at equities open. Well, no, equities London open here, but my stop loss was already break even. So really, I took off a piece of the pie. Really, I took off $110. I had my stop loss at break even or $62 in profit, so I really was just chilling there. And then really we just swept lower and took this. So I ended the day here on $465 on this funded account, 50K. You can see we have 100% win rates on this 50K funded account. Chart executions can be seen. Let's see, MES posted it on TikTok as well. Chart executions can be seen here. I really bought up these fair value gaps nicely, taking on 10, 10, 10, and then taking off 10 micros here and then 20 at this low right here. So beautiful trade in my opinion. Kind of recaps how I made $465 on the day. We're up now almost 2.6K on this funded account, having a nice buffer. So yeah, I'm trying to run this up to around like 4 grand in the next, maybe even this week, and then request myself a nice payout of $2,000, and then kind of rinse and repeat really. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to for this next final week of October. Yeah. So as always, I'll see you boys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Journal, which I did before, and this video now. It's a good way to clear your head. I'll see you boys.